Hello everyone, my name is Pukar Dhital. I'm an English instructor for Grade 7 and today we're going to begin a chapter, Famous People. So let's begin the class.
Okay, let's begin the class. So we're in a chapter called Famous People. So who do you think are famous people? So by the very title, that is Famous People, what do you understand by this particular title, Famous People? Have you ever given your thought on this? Alright, so before we begin the class, I want you to take a time and discuss on this particular question, which is here as a starter. Okay, so can you think of an influential person? What facts do you know about the person? So what is this person known for? What is the person's family background? Meaning we are trying to extract all the information. We're trying to get all the information about that particular person, right? And when you write such detailed account of others, it is then what we call biography. Okay, so when you collect factual information, and remember the word factual meaning relating to facts, relating to truth. The account has to be true, alright? So when you collect factual information about a person and write it down, it is called a biography. So biography is anything when you collect information about any certain individual and make sure that those informations are true, and when you gather them, accumulate them all together and start writing about that person, then that is what becomes, that is what we call biography, okay? So today we are going to read a very short biography of one of the famous personalities of Nepal. So, but before that, let's learn these words. Learn the meaning of these words that appear in the passage below. So, in the passage that follows, make sure that these words are here. Right? These are the words, and its meaning is on the right column. Okay. So, pursue, and of course, there might be many more words whose meaning you might not be knowing. So in that case, make sure that dictionary is always next to you. Make best use of dictionary. And thank goodness today we have mobile applications. Alright, you get wonderful mobile application where you get to download wonderful dictionaries. So you can make best use of that. Alright, so make sure you have dictionary. Okay, so let's look at these meanings first. Pursue means to follow. Opportunity, chance. Degree, award for completion of a study. Influential, having influence or power. Elected, chosen by voting. House of Representative, the lower house of the parliament. Minister, head of the government department. Monarchy, direct rule by the king. Head of state, the person with the highest position in a country. So after knowing these words, let's now move on to the biography of a very famous personality and who we know as Dr. Ram Baran Yadav, the first president of Nepal. So let's try to figure out who Dr. Ram Baran Yadav is. Dr. Ram Baran Yadav was born to a simple farming family in Sapahi village of Dhanusa district on 4th February 1948. He grew up to become a medical doctor and later to become the first president of Nepal. Dr. Yadav completed his school education in Dhanusa district. Later, he came to Kathmandu to pursue his education. He was very interested in studying medicine. He got the opportunity to fulfill his dream when he joined Calcutta Medical College. From there, he received his MBBS degree. He continued his education in Chandigarh and finished his MD degree. He was interested in politics even in his college days. Later, he became the personal doctor to B.P. Koirala, the first elected Prime Minister of Nepal. Mr. Koirala was an influential leader and politician. This led to Dr. Yadav becoming an active politician. Dr. Yadav got elected to the House of Representatives from Dhanusa district in 1991 election. He held the position of Health Minister from 1991 to 1994. He also became the Health Minister later from 1999 to 2001. After the monarchy ended in 2008, the country decided to elect a president as the head of state. Dr. Yadav won the election, and on 23rd July 2008, he was sworn in as the first president of Nepal. Now you see, we just read a very, very short biography about Dr. Ram Baran Yadav, the first president of Nepal. Now, having read this biography, now if you want to know a lot many vocabulary words, that is, if you want to know a lot many vocabulary words, then I'm going to give you a format which will help you learn many vocabulary words. Okay, so let's say, for example, when you read the passage, you want to know the meaning of influential. So for word, you write influential. Okay, and its meaning See, if the word is not here in the earlier meaning which I have read, then you have to look at the dictionary, alright? So it writes as influential, having influence or power, alright? So its meaning is having influence or power, alright? So, and to write down, now you write here, part of speech. So, in the dictionary, you'll always find this, usually in abbreviated form, alright? Like, you know what, when you turn your pages in the dictionary, just next to the word, you might find something written like, for an example, ADJ, which means it's an adjective, or it could be adverb, ADV, adverb, alright? Or it could be noun as well. For noun, it will simply write N, or for verb, it will write V, alright? So usually, we are here dealing with these four parts of speech, alright? That is adjective, adverb, noun, and verb. So in this case, however, if you turn your dictionary influential, you'll see that it's adjective. So it's part of a speech is adjective which will be given in the dictionary. But here, please write the full spelling, okay? No abbreviation here. And you can then write sentence from the book, like how the sentence is used in the book. Alright, now you go and figure out where the word influential is in the passage, and once you figure that out, just copy the very sentence where the word is used. Like for instance here, it's written, now it is from the book, remember that, Mr. Koala was an influential leader and politician. Now you can write sentence of my own. Meaning, alright, now you know the word, now you also know its meaning, alright, you also know how this sentence is used in the book, and then how about you write your own sentence, alright, using this very word that is influential here in this case, alright. So you can write whatever you prefer to, and of course you have to make a correct sentence, okay. Sentence of my own. Maybe you can write, I find my teacher very influential. Alright, so this is the format, alright, this is the format which you can work, alright, to improve your vocabulary words, alright. So every time you come across new word, this format will always help you understand the word in a better way, alright. So I find my teacher very influential, that sentence of noun. Sentence from the book, Mr. Koala was an influential leader and politician. Part of his speech was adjective, which you'll find it in the dictionary, by the way. And meaning, having influence or power, word is influential, alright. So let's move on to the exercises. Now, this you can do it in a minute time, right in the classroom, alright? So this is just a very simple thing. Take the correct option. Dr. Rambaran Yadav came from now what kind of family? You'll have to choose one. Business family, service family, political family, or farming family. And the next answer is Dr. Yadav was educated in, and there's a blank, at first, then in, again there's a blank, and later in, again there's a blank. So this must come in a perfect chronological order. So where did he study first? So let's figure the answer out. Dr. Rambaran Yadav came from, I'm sure you got it all right, from a farming family. Now, Dr. Yadav was educated, though he began his education from Dhanusa, here we must say he was, however, educated in Kathmandu, right? So, Kathmandu. Dr. Yadav was educated in Kathmandu at first, then now after Kathmandu, he got the opportunity to study in Calcutta, and later in Chandigarh. So see, the correct answer is Kathmandu, Calcutta, and Chandigarh. So again, you can take a couple of minutes time to do this exercise. See, the options are given right here. Right, these are the options that are given here to you. And from these options, you'll have to fill in the blanks here. Alright, fill in the spaces choosing the correct word from the table. So after getting 2 minutes time in the class, that is, you can then check the answers. After school, I shall. So what do you think is the first answer? After school, I shall pursue my studies in a good college. It's a system of having a king. Monarchy, in this case, right, make sure M is capital. Monarchy is the system of having a king. In Nepal, the president is the head of state. Dr. Rambaran Yadav was the, now for number D, here you go. See, Dr. Rambaran was the health minister before he was, again D, elected the president. Generally, a person with a university degree is more likely to become an influential person. There is a saying in English, opportunity knocks only once at a door. See, very simple exercise. Let's move further. Now, you've all read the passage. How about we figure some dates out? Alright, so what happened in these dates in the life of Dr. Yadav? Write a sentence for each date given. Alright? So how about 4 February 1948? So what happened on this particular date? So because see the heading is, okay, we're here dealing with Dr. Yadav, so you can refer to the president as Dr. Yadav, alright? So you can write Dr. Yadav was born on this date to a simple farming family in Sipahi village of Dhanusa district. See, and every of these dates are given in the passage, so you'll have to read the passage and figure out what happened on that particular day. Similar to this, you can do it yourself, or you can do it in the class, or you can also do it as a homework, right? Like in the year 1991, your task is to write down what happened in this year, right? Number C. So what happened in the year 1991 to 1994? Similarly, what happened in the year 1999 to 2001? And finally, what happened in the year 2008? Alright? So moving further, we're going to solve a few questions based on this passage. Yeah, it's very simple. Who is the first president of Republic of Nepal? So you all know the answer, don't you? So you can... Alright, of course this passage is all about Dr. Ram Baran Yadav. Alright, please always refer in which tense the question has been asked. So you have to refer to that very tense. Alright, so consider these auxiliary verbs. So who is the first president of Republic of Nepal? Now write the full name. Dr. Ram Baran Yadav is the first president of Republic of Nepal. Number B. When did he become the president? Okay, so you can again read the passage to find the answer. When did he become the president? So of course you'll find the answer again in the passage. So however, here refer to the tense here. This is in simple past. When did he become the president? He became the president. Alright, so this, because you're taking it to simple past, this becomes he became the president on 23rd July 2008. Or you can also write he was sworn in as the president. He was sworn in as the president on 23rd July 2008, right? These are more like verbal questions. Let's move further. We'll see, right? So which position did Dr. Ram Baran Yadav hold before he became the president? Again, the answer is in the passage. Again, say simple past did, right? So which position did Dr. Ram Baran Yadav hold before he became the president? Now, if the question has given a full title here, that is Dr. Ram Baran Yadav, alright, please make sure that you copy the whole thing. Before Dr. Ram Baran Yadav became the president, he held the position of, remember this hold, we take it to held, we take it to past tense because the question here is asked in the past tense did. You see this? So before Dr. Ram Baran Yadav became the president, he held the position of health minister. See? Now, let's look at one more question. Number D says, look up a dictionary and find out the full forms of MBBS and MD. Now it further says which is higher. So see, look for these words in dictionary and just write down its full form, okay? And of course, whenever there are two questions in a single number, you can always change paragraph. So first write down its full form and then you can say which one is higher, okay? Let's have one more question. Number E, apparently. Who is BP Koirala? Who is BP Koirala? Right? And these left out questions, you can of course do it as a homework. Okay? And by the way, there's one more thing you can do, to write a short biography. Right? Write a short biography on any influential figure, and a short biography on any influential figure. So it could be anyone like scientist or writer or politician or leaders, alright, anyone. Okay, so for that, of course, first of all, you have to find the person's date of birth, alright, where was or rather the birthplace, where was he born, alright, and family background. Then you'll have to focus on the early life, or how was his childhood, right? and you can work on what influenced him or her, right? So in one way or the other, what, people do get influenced by someone. So what influenced or who influenced personality you're writing about? Alright, major contribution and achievements. So major contribution means why the particular person is famous, and what were his achievements. Alright, so when we continue to write, it can also be prizes or awards. Prizes or award given to him or her. Alright, and finally, whether he is alive or dead. Alright, alive, deceased. So using this information, you can write a very short biography about any famous personality. This much for today. And if you have any queries, feel free to email us at learning@deerwalk.edu.np. Thank you very much.